last segment of the day, we have to put together your buddy Brandon's outfit
Yeah.
for the Christmas party.
Yep.
Greg has a coworker, we won't say where, who has requested help with a Christmas party outfit. Now, Greg and I have already argued extensively about this, and we've disagreed. We've disagreed extensively.
Imagine that shit.
Which is part of why we're doing this show. Greg's already put together 3 outfits, and I'm going to pull up a few pieces here that belong in some of these outfits. And these were I'll pull up what you've got, and then I'll add a few comments about some of these pieces so that we don't have to do too much of a deep dive with time running. And then we can come back to them next week if we need to, or next show. So first off, I'm going to pull up, I believe we had this.
Yep.
The Boston Scally.
Yep. Boston Scally.
All right. So then we've got this is kind of, what would you say that is
that's a burgundy.
That's a burgundy?
It may not show up on your screen that well right now, but that's a burgundy blazer.
And then we had
while you're pulling these up, we really wanted to start it out. He knew he was going to dress kind of, he wanted a little bit of a casual flair to his, his Christmas party look. And he wanted the ability to wear that flat cap too.
Okay. So I recall,
that's what led me to these right here.
Yeah. And that's fair. And I appreciate the background. So let me pull up the text thread from you guys on that. So I like the color scheme for sure. I do think that this is maybe the strongest color scheme out of everything. So let me see. You said,
well, I don't want a ton of color. I don't want to go just, I don't want to be him to be painted with Christmas.
Yeah. No, I get that.
This is you want just a little bit of that Christmas touch, some colors.
So the shirt is from Joseph A. Bank.
Yep.
Is that a denim or a linen or a kind of a cross?
That's a denim. Now, how thick is it? Is it true? Like what I call it, true denim.
I like their 1905 line.
That shirt's not. That's on Poshmark, so they don't make that shirt anymore. I almost bought it, and I messed up and didn't do it a while back, a couple years ago.
I'm glad you said that because I have 2 1905 shirts.
Yep.
They're both Oxford cloth.
Yeah.
But one's like a lavender, one's a pink.
Yeah.
And I bought those in 2022. I went back this year and for another color or two, no longer carrying the 1905 line.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know they stopped the line.
Okay. So at least that's what the guys in the store told me.
I've got a few shirts off that line.
I like them because they are very close to the Untuck brand without being Untuck.
Yeah.
They had the shorter tail to them.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit slimmer fit.
It is a little bit. It is a little. So I do like this color. I like this color with this color of the cap. I like both of these colors with that blazer. So did you choose a pant? I didn't see a dark wash jeans.
I would probably do the denim. I would probably do the dark wash jeans because the flat cap. I think you have to have the jeans to go with the flat cap. So. No, if you didn't have that, maybe I'd say more of a rugged brown pant to go with it. And let the pants be that, a darker brown, but have a rugged look, not like a nice pleated khaki or anything like that. So because it needs to go with that denim. So if you're gonna do the jeans and you're gonna do that denim shirt, that medium wash, you got to go really dark on the wash of these jeans.
Okay.
You don't want to have a medium jean and a medium jeans and denim shirt on.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
That's where that came from.
And then you said camel or light brown Chelsea boots.
Yeah.
So I've actually got...
And it doesn't, the boots,
does everyone
the boots
know
don't match the hat.
Does everyone know what a Chelsea boot is?
Yeah, it has the, there's just a slip on. It's got the little bit of spandex on the sides. You just slip it on. It's not laced.
I went ahead and pulled up Danner here. Danner, I know, has a Chelsea.
Yeah, you just got to type it in though.
Yeah, I can't reach it over there.
Well,
yeah, you can.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
There we go.
That's a Chelsea boot right there. It's got a little bit of that stretch on the side, so you just slip it on. But they make them in nice looking boots. Like that right there kind of looks like a hiking boot. But
Yeah,
but you could still
more
wear that
casual
boot right
here.
there because it's super clean. It's fresh.
I
It's
like
like,
that
and it's got
middle
a
one
little bit
there.
of ruggedness to it. So
I typically wouldn't go for this, but this middle Chelsea here, this
yeah,
tramline Chelsea from Danner, I don't mind that.
I mean that would definitely go with that denim shirt, that hat you got on, and maybe it's too much for the blazer though. With the blazer, I would tend to go with a more traditional Chelsea boot. That's something a little bit more dressier than that. Then it looks like you're hiking
So
for this outfit.
okay. So here's where Greg and I got off the rails via text. We were getting heated over text on this, and I felt like I couldn't go any further because it had to be reserved for the show.
No, yeah.
I vehemently deny the ability to wear this hat to a work function.
Yeah. So said.
Now, we said this on text, but I feel like we have to say this for the show.
Of course.
Now, I feel like you are a little bit biased because you are number one, already a proponent, fan of this hat.
Yep, I'm biased.
You already look good in this type of hat.
Oh, thank you, sir.
So I feel now, without having seen Brandon,
yeah,
I feel like this would be too far of a venture at a work Christmas party. If this was a Christmas party with any social gathering of any other sort, yeah, go for it. But in a work environment, like I said on text message, this Boston Scally is such a niche item and creates such a niche look that you would show up there looking like you were the super fan of Flogging Molly from the early 2000s, and you're trying to push the emo thing too hard, and then you get singled out for being too different at the work party by the work party folks that, you know, you don't want looking at you that way.
Maybe it just depends on where you work, though. I think it just depends on oh God, here we go.
The executive suite,
the vibe.
Look, the executive suite looking at you in that hat is not going to like you.
I think the hat is probably wrong for the function though. I think if that's a like a wool check that looks a little bit dressier, then I think it's fine. It's winter. It's, that right there that's definitely the thing I like about that hat is it's more of a rugged hat. It's more of what we're talking about, that blue collar look. Whereas some of the other ones that are nice and wool and everything, I mean, they're meant to look good.
So I can, I'm not ever probably going to be a scally guy.
Yeah.
But what I will say is that I respect the look. It looks good on certain guys. I'm probably not ever going to be that guy.
Yeah.
But I love this color and I like this fabric texture. And so I would recommend to him, if you want to be a scally guy, be it outside of work, no matter what. Now, what I would do is take this color and replicate that either in the shirt with the same fabric underneath that blazer, so you don't feel too overdressed. It's kind of a more casual fabric there, more rugged. So you've got that rugged juxtaposed with the nice blazer, and you've got that winter kind of Christmas feel to the blazer, and then you go with that dark wash jean, and or I would say do that in a crew neck sweater, a really nice fitting crew neck sweater with that color, because that's kind of leaning towards that could be an ice blue, ice fog gray kind of deal.
Which goes with your burgundy.
Which goes great with burgundy.
That's right.
And then I would still keep it. I would still rock these boots with it, though. I would make the pants a little more of a slim fit and then rock that boot. And then that boot, I would maybe let the top of that boot come up and be exposed to where if you had a slimmer cut pant, I wouldn't, now this is for certain people only. Okay. You don't have to do this, but I think you could let that entire boot get exposed if you don't want to be too stiff, let's say.
Right.
Or, perfectly fine letting the cuff come over it. But if you let the cuff come over that boot, then it looks like any other wingtip, not wingtip, any other Red Wing is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
It
it
looks
has a
like
Red
any
Wing look.
it looks like any other Red Wing if you don't expose that whole boot, and that's why I'm saying that.
Gotcha. I just don't feel like the ruggedness of the treads matches like what you're trying to do with the blazer. But at the same time, we're pairing a denim shirt with the blazer. So
Well, it's not my favorite
it's
Chelsea boot. I'm just saying
yeah,
I'm trying to acquiesce to both of us
right.
choosing this
But you
boot
don't need
here.
the hat to pull off that whole look. The look is done with or without the hat. So that's what he said. He said, I want a look that I can do with or without the hat. So that's what I'm trying to do is find him something. If he feels like throwing it
Yeah.
on, the hat works with it. If he feels like leaving it at the house, it works.
Okay.
You don't need it to to fill it out.
Okay. Second, we had this blazer from Grayers. Um, can we pull this out? This doesn't want to come out here. All right, so maybe we can zoom and post on this. So this is the Hutton Wool Twill Sport Coat in charcoal from Grayers, and you and I have both had Grayers in our sleeper category, and um, we've been going back and forth on this type of a sport coat. Number one, what I would like to say is that I do enjoy that sport coat with this shirt. I like this shirt here that you picked out for him. Let's.
I almost pulled the trigger on it.
So I like that. I think that this color combo needs some kind of a like amber or gold added to it by some element. I'm not sure what that element is yet.
I think it's the pants. I think he wear all that with brown
Okay.
pants.
Okay.
I think so.
I was thinking pant originally, so I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe you go to like Mott and Bow and get a slim. I think that they have a jean, if I'm not mistaken, that is more of a camel to gold range. Huckberry might have them through Flint and Tender. That might be an option, but yeah, some kind of jean or thick twill pant to go with that green, and then you throw on that charcoal blazer over that. I think that's a really solid combo. Um, Otherwise, I think the gray and this is kind of a navy print over the green, but I think the charcoal would be a little bit drab. If you didn't go with a kind of a pop in the pant, then I think the charcoal and the plaid together is just a little bit too boring for that party. So
Yeah.
that's just to kind of qualify my choice in that gold or amber pop there. So that is bringing it full circle, guys, where you're getting that color pop. So for this party, here's a color pop. We've got you two color popsicles for your Christmas party. You've got the jade here with some navy and some charcoal, and you're going to finish that off with a gold or an amber. Okay. Now for the first pop, that was going to be a burgundy. You can have a burgundy plaid that picks up some lavender, pink, light gray, something, maybe even a periwinkle blue in it. And then you can make that pop with this really light fog gray. This could even be a really, really light blue, maybe.
Ice blue we were talking
Ice
about
blue.
against that red is gonna sing. It's gonna look good.
I was gonna add a chocolate brown in here somehow.
No, I wouldn't with that burgundy.
You wouldn't?
Nah,
I was
I
thinking
think
maybe.
it'd just get lost.
Well, I was gonna say like chocolate brown pant with that color shirt, and then the blazer maybe.
Okay.
Depending on like how casual you felt like going. So light wash. So if you want to go a little bit more casual to this party, you go with that dark wash jean like Greg mentioned. Excuse me. If you want to feel just a tad more dressy, go with more of a chocolate brown pant. I think would kick it up a notch. And then I think this Chelsea boot would go well with either of those probably. You could go with I think
Maybe
this
a
Chelsea
cord,
boot,
maybe a cord pant,
a cord pant, add some texture to it.
chocolate cord pant,
That's interesting. Okay.
corduroy, not them damn traveler breeches everybody's selling.
Yeah. Like maybe a thin cord, like
Yeah.
a jean cord.
I don't know. I'm not well versed in corduroy.
Well, Huckberry's
but-
got a jean cord. The
Okay.
Flint and Tenders.
Yeah.
Flint and Tenders, they've got like these ones I'm wearing now. They make these in a a cord. It's a real thin cord, and it's a jean cut. So that way you get kind of that more. You feel a little bit more casual, but you look, you know, to the nines.
Right.
So that's where, that's kind of the sweet spot of going to a Christmas party. Is
That's
you
what
don't
you're trying to
wanna-
do all the time. You kind of want to find that sweet spot
Yeah.
between dressy and casual.
Yeah, yeah. You
you
don't
can
want
use
to
it
feel
for
like you
both.
got a suit, but
Yep.
you want to feel like you're going to a really nice dinner. Am I right? I mean,
Yeah.
but you don't want to put off the air of I'm the goofball of the office. I'm the guy that wants to stand out at the office. I just want to be the
Because
guy
that's
that looks
that's
good.
easy to do.
Very easy.
Being the goofball and wearing the Uncle Eddie sweater and all that.
Yeah.
It's just too easy.
It is.
Like, come on, man. Like
Yeah.
dress
The
like a
irony.
man.
I think the ironic part of going to a Christmas party has kind of been done so much that
It has.
you've got to go and then let your personality shine through in other ways. Let that shine through more subtly to those that are further up the chain than you. So that's 2 popsicles for you folks. 2 popsicles. Did you want me to go into the third outfit you picked, or
Yeah, I like the third
did you?
outfit.
Okay. Okay. Let me go back.
Just
to the
because
photo.
it's different than something that we normally talk about. It's different style than something that you and I would gravitate to. So that's why I want to bring attention to it.
Snap. I didn't pull this one up. Hold on. Let me go here first.
All right.
So you had 4 outfits for him.
This is what he actually bought. He actually bought that
Okay.
blazer, and then we just said trying to put it with the brown pants and that denim shirt.
Yeah.
You know?
So were you feeling your burgundy blazer over this that he picked out? Or
I like that right there. That's more
This is solid.
that's solid. I like the burgundy for the Christmas theme because see he's got a little bit of that on this one. He's got a little bit of that red in there, so it's making it kind of Christmassy. But for the Christmas theme,
But
that's
he's
what I
wearing an
like.
ascot. You're not making him wear an ascot.
No, hell no. I'm just saying this guy has picked up the red in that way, which you don't
in
want to
the
do.
model
You
picture,
don't
yeah.
want to go
Yeah.
wearing a dang ascot to the party. So,
Whew.
but you can do it with that burgundy. That
Yeah.
burgundy is nice, but it still gives you the color that you're looking for. So the third one was the velvet blazer because he mentioned that. He said, "What can I do a velvet blazer?" And yeah, you can do it. How do you do it? So this one's a velvet sport coat that I said, you know what? What if you just
Houndstooth jacquard. Wow.
put that with a graphic tee? And usually I'm not about that wearing t-shirts with
Mhm.
blazers, but if it's something about that velvet blazer says
I can see
I'm that kind of guy that's going to wear that velvet blazer. I'm also the guy that's going to pair it with this t-shirt that's a little festive. And then I'm going to put it on with some jeans and white tennis shoes.
I just realized this is a Star Wars Christmas shirt,
Yeah.
not only a Christmas shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I like that idea. Or it could just be a red t-shirt or something like that with that blazer. And then wear it all with some white shoes. Make it pop.
I don't think I'm going in a Star Wars graphic tee. I would go in a Christmas Star Wars graphic tee. I don't think I would roll that.
Well, it's what does the whole Star Wars thing say about you? Like it's kind of has too done. Like
yeah.
everybody's trying to be vintage retro Star Wars. Bring all that back is it's been done so much. Yeah, I just found it. I originally found a Chewbacca T-shirt, a Christmas Chewbacca T-shirt, because that's what I was originally thinking, and then I saw that one pop up, and I thought, well, maybe that would actually work better. I wasn't saying that he get that shirt.
Okay.
What I'm saying is just, hey, think about just going with a shirt up under that velvet blazer. It's a completely different look than something I would go with normally, but
Here's that gold that I wanted to recommend to go with that green plaid.
that looks good.
That is a strong color with that green. And
Yeah, I
blue
sent
plaid.
that to you, and it looks good.
Yeah.
I love
Now
it.
this is gonna be hot as hell over that shirt that you sent me. So I'm
Yeah.
not saying go get this and then wear it under that
No.
blazer.
No, you
but-
take off the blazer once you get there. Take off the blazer. You mingle in the blazer a little bit, then you take it off to sit down and eat
Yeah.
or whatever you're gonna do,
This
and you're
is the-
still looking super.
Yeah, find the
Super.
pants. Find the pants this color. So one thing I wanted to touch on real quick before we go, about these blazers that you guys sent me. So, like I said, I'm a fan of this. And then go back to this one from Grayers. The one from Grayers, this looks like a cardigan sweater to me. And I've noticed this a bunch in a lot of these modern blazers that are kind of twill, kind of like a loose sport coat kind of deal. I get the gist of what's going on, but to me, like I don't appreciate how tightly cut they are. And so when I see how like the button's already pulling on this model, and the model's not a huge guy. And so I don't want any jacket that has to be buttoned. I don't want that so restrictive.
Well,
And I
remember,
don't like how it bunches in the shoulder either.
all these people are trying to stuff their models into size medium.
Well, true. But I
So-
think you're seeing a lot of guys wearing undersized items as well because of this. So I guess I want to say give yourself a little bit of room, but don't go too huge. But also, like, compare that to this shoulder cut. See that shoulder cut? This is still the same general style.
it just looks less cardigan.
It looks less cardigan.
Yeah.
The shoulder has structure to it, but it's not the hard shoulder pad
It's
that
not
you
a suit.
hate.
Right.
So that's where I like any blazer should make your shoulder cut, in my opinion, very sharply. That gives that air of like formality and strength and business. I'm ready for business, right?
I like that approach.
That's
I
where
like that.
that's what I feel like a blazer should provide the wearer, and that's why I'm so opinionated about the cut of a blazer.
Okay.
Especially if you're going to take such a formal piece of wear to the casual level, well then at the casual level it's up for much more. I think it's up. It opens yourself up for some jabs because of, if this guy's 5 pounds heavier, that looks awful on him. That's my point. So like they need to open these cuts up a little bit more to allow some room.
I see what you're saying with the Christmas, the Christmasness. Jesus.
Crispy.
I know.
It looks crisp.
Like with the shoulder structure and all that. So
That sleeve's a little too short too.
there's ones like that hunting blazer, right? That I got.
Yeah.
That's supposed to look super casual, but then there's levels to it where you can go something like this is a cross in between, and then there's the blazer, which is a little bit more formal, until you finally eke on into that suit range. You start to get into there.
You're opening my mind up to the different avenues for blazers. I'll admit that. I'm still getting there. Again, that's the purpose of the show. We're trying to open up each other's minds to different pieces and items, and we're trying to do that for you guys out there. And we want you guys to submit comments on this kind of thing as well.